Hey nerds, it is afternoon and it's snowing here. Nothing like, I guess what's going on the East Coast right now, but it's still nice when it snows here. Update on what I've been up to. I mean, there's all this here, but let's look at this. The outside, it looks kind of janky in places. I mean, I'm willing to admit that, no problem. But the outside has been rounded off in places. Frankly, I just can't get to the top to round things off, really. So, I mean, it has the feel, sort of, kind of an igloo. It's obviously not as pretty. Like I said, I am not good at igloos. But let's go in. Okay. I am pleased as punch about a lot of this. So I still need to round and chink a lot of these lower blocks. And you can see down here, like it's like 1.5 meter of where the original snowbank was that I built on top of. But you can see as I go up that I have rounded things off. I've chinked a lot of the edges. I'm real pleased with this. I can, when standing, I can reach up and touch the ceiling. So, I don't know, a little over 6 foot tall. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came out. I wasn't sure I was gonna get the top, to be honest. I tried to cheat a couple times. I cut these really long snow blocks to act as like beams that would go across the top. They were really heavy. One of them was so heavy I I overexerted myself, and I actually needed to lay down because I was feeling a little nauseous after I had hefted that thing up to get it up there. And then it broke. As I was doing more work, it broke and fell on my head. Yeah. So, let's go back out and I'll explain what all those snow pillars were about out there. Oh, it's kind of awkward to crawl out. Okay, so these guys here. I had a thought. There was a lot of loose snow that was in the igloo itself, and I realized that the bucket I was using has a taper to it, as a lot of like 5-gallon buckets do. So what I could do is I could make tapered snow thingies that would sort of naturally, because of their taper, as you stack them up, you could make an arch with them. So these ones here are the remnants of the pillars, the support pillars, the cheat pillars that I had inside. They've obviously been taken out, and they have been in that form for so long that they're quite solid. They're not ice, but they're, you know, pretty solid. So in the process of removing the loose snow from in there, I'm gonna let these set for, you know, at least a day, probably longer. And then these can be used in order to start working on the second igloo here. Eventually that doorway will be closed off, or no, it won't be closed off, because there'll be a connecting doorway between the new igloo into the original igloo, and this doorway will stay over here because it is on it's on a side of the igloo that will receive the least amount of snow, and it's not so close to the brick that the heat absorbed from the brick surface during the day, and when it radiates off, it won't cause problems with melting. So, yeah, that's what I did today. What did you do?